And yes, you are watching Lock Picking Legend. Boom! I'm back, people. First of all, massive apologies. I went to hospital. Yeah, it wasn't great, but back from the dead with my new shiny head, and I just wanted to make a little video to apologise for leaving you high and dry with the strangest and most unnecessary lockpicking content on the internet.
No. But
I also want to just talk briefly about tolerances, because I often watch, well, I don't watch too many because they're dry as hell, but I watch some lockpicking videos and they seem to get tolerances wrong. They'll say high tolerances when they mean low and low when they mean high. Now, I'm sure plenty of you have got an engineering background, but for those of you who haven't, let's just clear this up once and for all. The tolerance of a piece of an engineered item, it refers to the permissible variance, the permissible not the best
legendary,
the permissible variation in accuracy. So if you've got a piece and it's like 5 mil wide, you might have a tolerance of 0.5 mil each way. So it might be 4.5 mil, it might be 5.5 mil. So your tolerance is 0.5 mil either way of what you've asked for. Why would you do that? Well, because, I mean, tolerances are usually a lot smaller than that, you know, fractions of a millimetre. But cost is obviously important. The more accurate you want something manufactured, the more it's going to cost you. But there are other reasons as well, but I'm going to get onto that in a minute. But so remember, if a lock has got low tolerances, it's more accurate. The components of the lock, the pins and the Bible, essentially that's what we're talking about when we talk about the tolerances of a lock. You know, how much the pins rattle in the Bible. If they're low, it's a better lock. I hear people say, oh, this lock's got really high tolerances. Well, if it's got high tolerances, it's probably going to be, not all the time, but mostly easier to pick. So there you go. But also, most of you will already know this as well, but we can pick locks because of the tolerances, because the holes in the Bible and because the pins aren't perfect. We can exploit those imperfections to pick locks. Without those imperfections, we certainly wouldn't pick locks how we do today. Being able to move the plug a fraction of a millimetre to get the ledge on the shear line, that's because it's not perfect. Being able to push the pins up so they sit on the shear line and so we get a binding pin, that's due to the lack of perfection. Okay, so I've established that. But now I want you to watch a video because it shows very nicely why we don't have perfect tolerances in manufacture with locks. Because imagine if the pins in the Bible were perfect, like a piston in an engine with rings on it to seal the air. Look what would happen. Check it. This is the Metmo piston. It's called the Metmo piston. It's like 70 quid or something. No, about 80 quid, I think. It's to fiddle with, but maybe. It's a lovely item though, so I kind of get it. Check it. So as you can see, that brass rod, it fits in there near perfectly. It's got very low tolerances. Now imagine if pins went into the Bible with that kind of low tolerance accuracy. You're not going to be able to get the key in the lock. I mean, I laugh, but I so want one. It's out of my range, but if anyone bought one they regret, had a bit of consumer regret and they want to flog it for a tenner, let me know in the comments. Right, so that's interesting. You turn that knurled part, I said knurled part, at the bottom of the item. It lets more air in, so the piston part is allowed to move down faster. Are you starting to understand what I'm talking about with locks and tolerances and accuracy here? I mean, let's just have a look at that last image again. I mean, there you go. That's all it is. There's no spring in there. It's a brass rod, a brass body, and a knurled cap. But you get that springy effect because of the very, very low tolerances. There you go, we don't need to see any more of that. It's lovely to be back. Almost couldn't say that then. It's lovely to be back, and keep an eye out for more videos soon. Bless you all. I tell you what, nearly dying really gets things into perspective. That's why I talked about tolerances. Ta-da!
Legendary.